Hi, Gemini. So I keep hearing there's a song from this movie, and I just recently watched this movie, and it's from like years ago. It's called Blue Jasmine, but it's a song from the movie that keeps playing, and it's like where this lady is saying a good man is hard these days to find. Um, so some of y'all might be encountering somebody who you think is a good man, or you could be with somebody who you think is a good man, and you're kind of bending over backwards to make them happy. Or some of you might be masculines feeling like, I'm a pretty good catch. So I'm not gonna settle for somebody who's not gonna be showing me why I should be here, you know. But that feels kind of egotistical. I don't know, Jim. IDK. But yeah, that movie, I think like a lot of single women should watch that movie, Blue Jasmine, or even married, because it's kind of about a woman who gives up. She doesn't really have any of her own goals. Like her whole life was centered around a guy that she married, and he ended up being a con artist. And when his life went down the toilet, so did hers. And she just was having the hardest time finding herself. She never really had herself. She was always just identifying herself by the man she was with. And none of it was real. And he was cheating on her anyway. So I don't know, maybe some of you need to watch that movie. It's such an interesting movie. It is by Woody Allen. I don't know how some of you feel about that, but it has a message to it. There's an important message in there. So maybe somebody needs to see that, or just even hear about it, you know. Perhaps if there's somebody, like you're betting all of your goals and dreams on one person, or maybe somebody did this to you, or you might have somebody coming your way who doesn't realize they're an opportunist, or maybe they do. But it's got like an opportunistic energy to it. Like, what can you do for me? Or I don't need to have any of my own goals because my whole identity is wrapped up in what you do. It's kind of something like that. I don't know why that came through. I tried to wait and see if anything else would come through. And no, the only other energy I got was just like maybe somebody being jolted awake out of their sleep. So maybe somebody is doing that, or maybe you're just feeling a little bit groggy and somebody else is like nudging you to wake up about something, or actually physically wake up. What energy is Gemini in right now? What energy is Gemini embodying right now? It's a celebration, bitches. That's kind of what I heard when I got this card. 3 of Cups. But the 10 of Wands is here. Some of you might need to rest. Maybe you've been partying. There's been some partying going on, some celebrations, and you may, I just feel, I heard like it's catching up to you. It's catching up to you. So maybe you need to just take a breather, take a moment to be with yourself. Maybe if you've been around a lot of different kind of peoples and energies, because I'm feeling like a headache as I'm saying that. But you're trying to like, I heard save face or keep up appearances. Like, is it worth keeping up appearances this year? Is it, after what we've been through for the last 2 years? Who has even time to keep up appearances anymore? Like, I don't know. Maybe this is your energy too, Gemini. Like, I ain't got time to keep up appearances. There's gonna be somebody around you, but if this is your energy with the 10 of Wands, there at the bottom. So maybe some of you are partying after a stressful time, or this partying is too much on your system and you need to chill out. You need to relax. You could have just been like, go, go, go. And now your body is like, slow, slow, slow. Time to sit down for a minute. Okay. Hopefully no one's falling asleep at the club. And have people drawing on your face or something. Let's see what the tarot has to say for Gemini. Yeah, somebody's like partying, but they still have their mind on something else or a past situation, so it's not really helping. Just kind of numbing. We're starting out with the 2 of Cups. That's good energy. Soulmate energy, relationship, partnership of some kind. Yeah, so I feel like this is just somebody who's mostly maybe just sleepy. Too much partying. But let's separate ourselves from that energy and just see what comes out in the tarot. Page of Cups here. The Sun, yes, that's the focus right now. Having a good time, clarity, seeing things for what they are, the truth of the situation, going forward and building anew. Lovely. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let's keep going. And look at that. There's the Three of Pentacles coming out as the advice. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And what else do we have for Gemini? Six of Swords is the most likely outcome for this spread. I just got some vile energy. Yeah, I got some, maybe some of you are dealing with like intrusive thoughts, or difficulty cleansing out. You may need to do some cleansing out some past energy. This could be like a physical detox, but I'm feeling a mental detox as well. Maybe some shadow work is necessary. Might be helpful to burn some incense if you're dealing with that. Okay, we have the Six of Pentacles as the overall energy. Yeah. With the Two of Cups starting out, and I heard a new lease. This could be an actual lease for some of you. Maybe you're looking at new places, renting out new places after moving or something of that nature, or you're thinking about that at this time. Could be a little bit stressful. Maybe that's bringing on or triggering some kind of stressful thoughts for you. But the spread itself is amazing. And I wanted to say delicious, which is not how I talk. So like the spread is delicious. I don't know what that's about. Maybe somebody's a cook or enjoying some nice food. That's cool. I do love food, but I don't talk like that. It sounds like the mom off like, what's that show? The Goldbergs, where she's like always talking about food or using food terms to describe life. But you're in a delicious time in your life, Gemini, is what it looks like. You just may be running yourself a little bit ragged or spreading yourself too thin at certain points. And your body and mind are requiring a little bit of balance, a bit of rest. But this looks good. The only thing crossing you is the Page of Cups. So it could be you not wanting to take anything seriously, maybe after coming through something that was stressful. And you're like, I don't want to deal with anything else stressful right now. I just kind of want to not have to deal with any responsibilities. And I only want fun. I only want to bask in light right now. I don't want to think about anything else. I don't want to think about the ins and outs of something. That's kind of the energy I'm feeling. With the Three of Pentacles here, though, it's like you still have some stuff to do and to build this new foundation that you're starting on with these new delicious, why does that keep coming? These new delicious relationships or like things you're building, connections you have. It's like there's still a need for you to tend to the finer details. Maybe you have friends or partners, I just heard, that can help you with that as well. There could be some kind of paperwork I'm feeling that you might have to just to tie up, maybe even just to sign, to close up something is what that's the energy that's coming through for some reason. That could also be why you need to rest. If you have an obligation, you don't want to be partying too much, especially if you have an obligation the next day. For some reason, your image is coming through as being important right now. Seven of Pentacles beneath the Six of Pentacles. Or Seven of Wands, rather, which leads me to believe investments. This could have something to do with new long-term investments, but with the Seven of Wands, it's like, are you doing the right thing for yourself? Are you standing up for yourself with your actions right now? And there are certain things you need to be holding back from. Then we have the King of Swords and the King of Wands. So yeah, taking control of a situation, maybe even taking control of your own behavior. And savor. What is with this food terminology? Savor just came through. Taking control of your own behavior and savoring something. Maybe you're trying to just savor the moment and enjoy this time. Maybe there's some cooks watching or something. That would be kind of cool. Let's clarify though and see what's going on, because I feel like there's just a couple more things to tend to, and then you can really move away from whatever was stressing you out, because I feel like you moved away from something that was a major, for lack of a better term, pain in the ass is what I'm feeling. You've moved away from it, but it's like maybe you're still hearing from people about this situation and you're just like, oh, I don't want to hear about that anymore, or you still need to visit this place or check this out before we can go forward with this thing, and you're like, ugh, I don't want to do it. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But what is this Two of Cups here? Knight of Wands. Yeah. You're in the passionate energy right now. You kind of just really want to enjoy life. You want to move forward. You want to talk to a lot of new people. You want to do new things. That's what I'm feeling here. But it's coming at you fast, and I feel like maybe you need to pace yourself. What about this Page of Cups? We got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck, with the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords. There's a need to gather your focus. Yeah. And I just heard the word rush. Like you're rushing to something before. There's something that needs to be done before you can go into this new energy. And maybe it's because you met someone. You could have met someone that sparked your interest, and you feel just super romantic. Maybe you and this person share a bond over food. I'm not hungry. I ate before I started doing the readings. What about this Sun card? Why is this Sun card here for Gemini? Yeah, we got the Ace of Swords. Like, I feel the World card. Yeah, you're like, I just want to be done with that. Whatever I just came through, I want to be done with that. I want to move forward. I'm ready. We know now. Like, we know now. It's here now. Like, I'm just ready to move on to this new thing. I just want to have fun. And that's great. Let's see. The World is here. It's like you've accomplished something great, Gemini. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock as I say that. Is there anything else for the Sun and this Ace of Swords? Yeah, you're tired of having to look over your shoulder. You're tired of feeling battered. You're tired of feeling like, this is the wounded warrior energy. You don't want to feel like you can't trust anymore, or that you have to just constantly be on guard. And I feel like you've had a chance to let your guard down. And I'm feeling maybe there's somebody with an addictive personality or something, because it's like you just want to relax. You just want to have fun. You only want to be around positive friends right now. You just want to party. But it's like, this is a new opportunity for you. There is some need to neatly tie up the situation before you go forward into, completely into the good times. Even though the good times are here, it's like, make sure you're closing that door completely in the proper way so you don't have to revisit. Tying up loose ends is what I'm feeling here. So what is this Three of Pentacles? Tying up loose ends. That might be what I call this reading. Maybe you just want to eat good food and party. What is this Three of Pentacles here for Gemini? Three of Pentacles for Gemini. We got the Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so what I'm feeling with this, between the Six of Cups and Seven of Swords, is falling back into old patterns that caused that old situation in the first place. You have a successful accomplishment of closing out something, whether it was a cycle or a bad situation. And at this point, and I hate to say it because there is such good energy here, but you're running the risk. You're running the risk of not tying up loose ends, perhaps in your own behavior patterns, Gemini, when it comes to this situation. So there may actually be physical things that you have to close up or take care of, like places you need to visit and see, tour I just heard, or, you know, walk through, something like that. There's something that needs to be, the I's need to be dotted, the T's need to be crossed. There could be a contract you have to sign or some kind of an agreement that needs to be signed too. So make sure you're looking them over carefully, or having the right people look them over, and make sure you're listening to people who have your best interests at heart at this time. Because you don't want to revisit the past. You don't want to steal from yourself this new beginning by being irresponsible. And that could also mean, if you are having like a delicious good time with somebody, such a weird terminology, you could, I just heard foolish heart. So you could be somebody who really wears your heart on your sleeve, right? And people see that about you. They see it on you, right? So you might have just closed up this really stressful situation, and now you're in this euphoric energy, and somebody might see that, and they might be like, oh, easy target. Delicious. They might see you as prey, Gemini. Okay, so it's up to you right now to be alert and that's probably why you need your rest. You need bouts of rest between all this celebration, and you need people around you who can keep it real with you as well, so that you're not repeating patterns, you're not repeating behaviors that got you into this troublesome situation that you just closed, which is why you're here in this good energy, right? So you don't want to be like, yeah, I'm done with that, so I'm going to run right back into a new one. You know, like, you don't want to do that. And I feel like that's why this is here. 3 of Pentacles. And I'm feeling a teamwork energy. So maybe there are people that you can ask to help you with this, that you trust, people that you depend on. I just heard vet, like to vet something out, perhaps vet somebody out. Always use your own best judgment and use your intuition. You may need to trust your gut about a new person or situation. But I'm feeling like right now, balance is necessary as well for you, Gemini, just so that you can make the right decisions for yourself. And so you're not making those same old mistakes, because that's the energy that's kind of coming through. Is there anything else for this 3 of Pentacles and 6 of Cups? Yeah. Moving forward. 3 of Wands. Turning your back to the past. Completing your healing. Really, it's like it really is tying up loose ends. And I feel like that's spiritually and physically on a situation that went stale in the past. That's done. Like, you did complete it. But now it's like, what are you going into? Are you just about to do the same thing over again? Be mindful. So that's what's coming through there. What about the 6 of Swords? This is good. Your outcome is the 6 of Swords. Moving on to calmer waters. Leaving trouble behind. And I'm hearing bridge over troubled water right now. So there are people around you who may point this out to you, or who will help you through. The Wheel. Yeah, and that's what I'm feeling. Time alone might be necessary, or time to recoup with the Hermit energy here. Just time to recoup before you put yourself back out there, and whatever that means for you, Gemini, that's what's coming through. But with the Wheel here, clarifying the 6 of Swords, for sure, it's like you're moving on from that past energy, and now you're going to be trusting your intuition and paying more attention about the way you enter into relationships with people, maybe how you let people, I'm hearing use your energy, and I heard abuse your energy. Maybe if you're like a, come on, like, what year is this? I just heard a good time gal or a good time guy. People just expecting you to be like the life of the party, or expecting you, I heard, to foot the bill, expecting X, Y, and Z. Like, it might be time for you to refine the way you interact with other people going forward. Let's get some oracles for Gemini. Let's see what the tea leaf has to say. Especially with that blue jasmine energy coming through, like there is an opportunist energy that could be around you again, like somebody that sees you and they're like, I could make him fall in love. I could make her fall in love. You know, you don't want to be bitter, but you do want to be smart. Bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Okay. Let's see. Anything else want to come through? Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. And that's why that rest is important, because I feel like you have a clear sense of yourself and a clear sense of direction when you've had proper rest. So that's going to be important for you, just balancing your energy out, and when you get rest and when you party, and kind of what you allow for yourself from this point on is what I just heard. Bag, something important such as a new job or a raise, and there could be new jobs hanging in the balance here as well. So keep that in mind with that image energy is coming through again. Image. Anything from this side of the deck? This is the most straightforward reading of the night. Aries and Taurus were just a bit choppy. Anything else for Gemini here? Butterfly. A change for the better. Butterflies have been popping up all day for me. Beetle. Good fortune. Younger woman. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So this could involve a younger woman. You could be a younger woman dealing with an older person, or there could be a good woman in your presence, but there could be someone who's not so good in your presence as well. With the wheel being here, clarifying the Six of Swords, a lot of this is going to boil down to your discernment, but it's a change for the better. There's something here that is a change for the better. And Pentagon is important somehow. Pentagon. See, is there anything else that wants to come through? You'll be playing a different role. Interesting. Very nice. And the Tower is here. This Tower in this Oracle deck is solid foundation, success with effort. But I had to notice, you know, when I was first holding it, it was kind of like topsy-turvy. I feel like this is, with the wheel energy, gonna boil down to how you take care of yourself and how you manage your resources. One of those resources being your energy, your discernment, okay? And realizing maybe how you entered relationships in the past, because I'm feeling a relationship energy and a money-making energy, and how that affected you and the way you allowed your boundaries to be accessed in those situations. And then, like, how do you want to go forward, keeping that in mind with the new people that you deal with, not holding a grudge against anyone who hasn't wronged you, but just being conscious of the way that you interact with people and who you let into your energy. Because while there is, I feel, some kind of an opportunist energy, or maybe that's what you're coming from, there's also a much better energy that's coming toward you. I love you, Gemini. I really like doing your readings, and I never expected to say that. Like, before I started reading tarot, I did not expect to feel that way when it came to Geminis. And it's so funny because the first message I got for Gemini, I was so convicted. Like, oh my God, I was wrong about Geminis. And you should never blanket statement judge one sign. But if there's one thing I've learned in this process of reading tarot and using my gifts in this way, it's that Gemini, you've been placed here as a Gemini, or with that in your chart, for a reason. It's for some special reason. And so I'm so glad that you've been guided out of a rough situation and on to better things, okay? Until next time, Gem, I'll affirm for you and for me, all is well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.